Alright, so as you guys know, being in the FPV world, flying FPV drones, these little suckers can get pretty loud. This is your standard 5-inch quad for like freestyle or getting cinematic shots, whatever you have. Most people that are into the FPV world are flying 5-inch quads, and we're going to be testing out some new props here. What I'm expecting at least is it's going to quiet down the quad. If not, just change the pitch of the sound so it won't be as like whiny. It'll be a little more lower in like the decibel range. I don't have like an exact measurement to measure how loud it exactly is, so you're just gonna have to go off of the mic and what it sounds like. I do have the Rode mic up on top of the camera, so hopefully you guys can pick up the good audio. But yeah, so what I run right now, I run the Ethix HQ S3 Props. I think this is the watermelon, or I want to say something like that. Really good props. They perform really well, but they are a little loud. So what I'm going to be seeing is I have, let me put this down real quick. I have some Foxeer donut props. These are the 5145 FPV props. These are the Toroidal design. I have two colorways. I haven't seen too many videos on these props either. So I just bought these before I went out of town. They came, and now I'm here. I got the two colors that they came in, and really this is kind of like a novelty, I feel. But this design is backed by like MIT. MIT originally came out with this design, and it was pretty revolutionary for a propeller design. I think they're using them on like cruise ships or big large boats, and they're getting like a 50% increase in efficiency with like the propeller spinning underwater. I'll leave that video on the card now if you guys are going to go down the rabbit hole of that. But speaking of like aviation for propellers, I think these things are going to have a pretty big change in the market for propeller designs. So I'm just keeping my eye on it, and this is like the first company I've seen to come out with like an actual prop, because usually you're going to have to like 3D print them, which I tried to do it, and I never had a chance to get around to testing them because I only had PLA, yada yada yada. So here we are. We're going to test these out. I'm going to do the first flight. We're going to use the S3 props, and then I'm going to switch to these, and I'll play like clips back and forth between what the two sound like and then just how I feel, how they perform. I am facing the other way. The house is behind me because I want to get the mic, you know, like the audio this way, pointing this way, so you guys can hear a little better. And of course, we have a big jumbo jet coming in, so we'll let that pass, and I'm going to go ahead and set up. Alright guys, we have set everything up. We're going to go ahead and take off here. Like I said, we are running the Ethix S3 Props. So let's take off and just see what they sound like. So if you're used to this channel, these are the props that I usually run on the build. And I'm gonna try to keep it to the front yard, and I'm not gonna be doing nothing too wild. I just want you guys to really be able to hear what it sounds like. So we'll go over here a little bit. I feel like I have a bug in my throat. One second. Alright, so we'll do a punch out and just see how it sounds. As you guys can see, it's pretty loud. Like for 5 inches, if you guys are, I don't know why my quad does that. Whenever I'm coming down on a descent, it'll like throttle. Like I don't want any throttle. It'll try to like float me, you know what I mean? Leave a comment down below if you guys know what that is. But yeah, so not to drag this on too much, but yeah, this prop is definitely pretty loud for you know, like a 5-inch. I have tested out the Johnny FPV props. I think they're like the juicy props, I want to say. Those things are pretty loud. Those are a lot louder than this actually. So this is a pretty up there. It's just kind of like whiny once you get into the higher rev range. But definitely still tameable. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch to the new donut props here, and we'll give it a little test. But I hope you guys got a good feel for how these sound. I don't think they're terribly loud, but they're definitely loud. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch batteries, and we'll go ahead and switch props, and we'll see what it sounds like. Now, I've never tested these props out, so we're gonna see my live reaction of how they sound. So let's go ahead and switch up. Alright, so I did just go ahead and put on the props. These things look freaking absolutely out of this world. I showed my brother, he's not even into drones, and he was like, damn, those look pretty sick. So as you guys can see, they are on. I have the teal ones on these corners and then the black ones on these corners, and they look really good. Really, really cool looking props. Now we'll see if they sound as cool as they look. So let's go ahead and put it in the air and do some test flights. Here we go. Definitely super low pitch, guys. Sound like an alien, guys. Wow. Not as screaming. Alright, so this will be flight number 2. I did go ahead and change a prop out. I don't know if you guys saw in the last clip. I freaking crashed into like a tree, not even, just brushed up against it basically. If I did that with the S4s, nothing would have happened. Went ahead and broke a prop just like that, just from that little brush up against that tree. So these things are definitely brittle. Honestly, I only flew it one pack, so we're gonna go ahead and fly it again here. My dad came home with a lawnmower, so it was way too loud. So all that is set aside. I did change that prop out to a fresh one. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the air. But yeah, so far, not looking too hot as far as durability. But that initial, when I took off, as you guys heard, it definitely was noticeably quieter in the sense of like the pitch. It wasn't as screamy. I'll play before and after. Go over here a little bit. I feel like I have a bug in my throat. Definitely. But it wasn't as screamy as the S4s or your traditional tri-blade propellers. So let's go ahead and put it back in the air and go for another flight. Alright, here we go. So yeah, last pack right here, 1400. But I feel like whenever you punch out, it's not as stabby. So we'll come in right here. But even just cruising, I mean, it's like, it's super just, it's definitely quieter. I mean, if we're going to be honest. I mean, not by much. You definitely still obviously hear the quad, but like, it doesn't have that high-pitched scream, if you will. I'm not doing nothing too wild. I'm just trying to get a feel for the props. But as for like maneuverability, I feel like these feel just about the same as the S4s. So yeah, that's basically what I did last flight. And I brushed up against that tree, and then it was game over for that one prop, which it still flew. I don't know what the difference would be flying with that broken off like main part, but it definitely did still fly. I'm just over here just cruising around, and I mean, as for like I said, the feel, it feels just about the same if we're being honest, from what I'm used to with the S4s. Because I've been flying the S4s pretty strictly since I pretty much built this quad, and I'm really loving the S4s, the performance. As for battery life, I'm gonna have to do more testing to see if I get a little more battery life compared to, like I said, the S4s. That wasn't the cleanest, but hey. Let me come back to the front yard so you guys can actually hear what's going on. Do a little flyby by the camera. That was pretty close. I don't know why I went that close. Whoa, whoa! Alright, we are low battery. We're going to have to come in for our landing, and we will conclude this video. Wow. So pretty quick video today, not too much to it, but definitely these props are quieter in the sense of not being as screamy. The overall pitch of the prop with the, you know, traditional tri-blade is a lot noisier in the high end, whereas this kind of doesn't break that barrier. It gets pretty loud, but it doesn't get as high pitched is what I found personally with my ears. Very, very excited to see where this goes, how these develop in the near future. Because propeller design, I mean, really hasn't changed too much, at least from what I've seen. You know, you just have your traditional propeller looking blade, and they either have 3, 4, you know, you can get like 6, 8 blades. They all generally have that same specific design, whereas this is a complete, you know, overhaul, if you will, of the design of the propeller. So just pretty exciting. I wanted to pick up a few of these, just test them out. As far as the like flight characteristics, I feel like they fly pretty much identical to the S4s, with the, you know, the only thing being is the sound and then the durability. From what I found, that little brush up on that tree caused the other prop to pretty much break right there. So that's a con for sure, you know, because if you're flying FPV and you're doing freestyle, you know you're gonna crash into stuff, brush up against stuff. It's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, that's the only downside I can see to these is the durability. But like I said, who knows where this can be in the next 2 years. These could be pretty much as strong, if not stronger, than the original props. Sorry, I thought my GoPro was still recording. The props that we use right now with the traditional tri-blade. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about these props. Have you guys tested these out? What are your thoughts on them so far? Foxeer is the only company I'm seeing whenever I search the web of manufacturing these props. These are the Toroidal design props by MIT. Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and charge some more batteries, fly a little bit more, just to get a better feel for them. And I'll report back with you guys here soon on like a longer term basis of me flying with these props. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.